The unknown around this swell was felt by everybody. We have no idea how big it's going to be. Is it going to be safe? Is it going to be rideable? But we all had the same level of curiosity. This is going to be the day of days. When you say the date, December 23rd, every single person who has ever surfed Mavericks, their ears are perking up. That's an important day in surfing history, and especially in Mavericks history. That was the biggest, most powerful swell that has hit the Northern California coast in recorded history. Half Moon Bay, small town, Mavericks. As a young surfer growing up in Half Moon Bay, Mavericks is the mountain that you're looking to. That is one of the pinnacles of surfing as a whole, is this wave. With this wave in your backyard, 2 miles from your bedroom pillow, you're for damn sure looking at that as one of your biggest life goals. And from that young age, I want to be very clear, the idea of surfing Mavericks scared the shit out of me. That is terrifying. It still does. Thinking about this day gives me chills. But I was hungry. And I think I was always looking for these opportunities to be courageous. Mavericks is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful waves in the world. It is raw, it is cold, it is sharky, it is challenging, and it's my favorite place to surf in the entire world. And it all started with a bump on the forecast 2 weeks out. I remember reading a few updates from our friend Mark Sponsler about how cartoonishly big this swell was on December 23rd. I knew as soon as I saw it on the models, if it happens, I couldn't be more ready for this. If you're setting an expectation based on a number you see 2 weeks out, good luck, because you're going to be riding this roller coaster and these waves of emotion and excitement and letdown. So when I saw the numbers pop up on the chart for the first time, I thought, whatever, no chance that's going to happen. 5 days out, 4 days out, 3 days out, you start pinching yourself like, okay, this actually might line up with good local winds and conditions, and this is the day that we've been dreaming of our entire lives. And then you have the international friends calling to get the local insight. What do you think's going to happen here? Is this real? Is this going to be the day of days? And so, yeah, the team knows, and it's just, again, the cultivation of excitement around everybody is fun. You can see it. I'm kind of reliving it right now as we talk about it. I see old friends in town, guys I went to high school with that don't surf or anything, so they see my truck rolling through and, I pull over and say what's up to old friends. They know, like, oh, surf must be big. So we have a small team. We run a tight ship. We have myself, and I'm partnered up with one of my best friends. His name's Aloe Sliber. We grew up knowing each other, surfing against each other in school competitions, and in the last few years became close friends, tow partners in Big Surf, and he is one of the most trustworthy guys I know. And behind that we have my brother Dom, who's behind a camera, and one of my good friends, Evan Paterakis, as well. So awesome team, small team, good friends, fine family, people that you trust with your life, and people you're really grateful to share the most meaningful experiences in your lifetime with.
We're actually making some functional mushroom coffee. Helps my guy with his brain over here.
Holy. That's not good. This piece of shit pot. It's a hot pot. Hot cup of joe. Theme song of the swell.
It was the spectral density, which is the measurable energy that the swell has. The spectral density was actually off of the chart. And a guy like Mark Sponsler, who's an expert, has been doing this forever, has never seen something like this.
Buoy 46006, 720 nautical miles west of San Francisco, is literally off the chart. Spectral density chart indicates solid energy up to 26.3 seconds. Note that period will grow more into the 30-second range upon arrival at the coast. Peak swell energy is at 19 to 21 seconds. Expect that to expand too as it propagates east. Pure swell chart 2 hit 26.2 feet at 21.5 seconds. Only a portion of that height will reach the coast, but should be in the 12 to 13 feet at 22 to 25 seconds range. Use extreme caution if spectating and do not venture onto the beach. Sneaker sets and severe backwash should be expected. This is no joke of a swell. Pros only. Stay safe. Off the chart. Off the chart swell.
24-hour buoy. Peaked at 26 feet at 21 seconds. Combined swell, 28 feet at 23 seconds. That's as big as I've ever seen it. It's gonna be massive. Morning, Wendy.
I was just coming to say good morning to my boys.
Hello.
Morning, sweetheart.
Morning.
Well,
This thing is going to be here in a few hours. And it felt really nice to, again, not rush out first thing in the morning. There wasn't this big pressure around, we need to get out there, we got to be there. Laird has a great quote. He says, walk down, catch them all, run down, catch none. Just slow and steady. We're going to be there. The swell's going to slam, and we're going to be ready to rumble. In my household, my parents don't surf, but they're used to us being out in the water in the dark. And I remember his first light, so you could see the sky. We were still in the kitchen drinking coffee, and my dad came in, and this was one of the highlights of the morning. And he looked at us. He was like, you guys are still here? Isn't today supposed to be the biggest day in the history of the world? And so that was a good laugh. Be able to just shed that weight and just have fun. So that's what we did, man. We had fun. We stayed loose. We threw the football. I mean, that's one of the funniest things ever. Like, yes, we did 20 minutes of breath work, but if you were to ask me, like, hey, how did you warm up for the biggest day of your life? We threw the football. That's how we warmed up for the biggest day of our lives. We tossed the ball, slung the rock, had a couple laughs, man, and we waited. We waited for the swell to come in.
What kind of throw was that? Dude, the wing is sore from yesterday. Ah! Oh! All I throw is ducks.
Thanks. What's TRI stand for? Rendezvous Intelligentsia. The most important part of the morning happened at my front door. And we had suited up, we put all our gear on, it was time, the swell was here, we're gonna start making our way out. Non-negotiable for me as I go and hug my mom.
Love you guys. Love you. Be safe, have fun.
And I say bye to my dad every single time. And he looked at me in the eye and he said,
Make it count. Make it count.
and that was ingrained on the front of my brain for, yes, the duration of that swell, but even now, every single day I wake up, I swing my feet out of bed and I say, make it count. And I think about my dad. And I knew pretty quickly that we were going to be game on. We talk about sensory input. As soon as I walked outside that morning, I could smell the swell. There was a sea spray in the air that was much different than anything I had ever experienced before. And you just knew. You could feel it, man. It was palpable. It was going to be giant.
Come on, baby. Let's go down. Down to the river to pray. See, this is one of my buddies from high school. He's a commercial fisherman here. Says, be safe today, buddy. Hold that fucking line and make sure the beard looks good in the pictures. Take that into account, Todd. Thank you very much. When it's first thing in the morning on a cold Northern California winter day, and you're sweating like I am right now, It's a good feeling. Let's go down. Just like hearing this song before you go out into the water.
I am scared every single time I'm in the water at Mavericks or any big wave around the world. It's scary. It's terrifying. My friend Laird Hamilton, the greatest of all time, big wave surfer, he says fear is a sign of intelligence. Because if you're scared, you understand the reality of what the raw power of the ocean at this level, what it's capable of. I think that's what I've loved ever since I was a little kid, is when you hit the water, it's an opportunity to be courageous. It's like, it's objectively dangerous to try to be in control when the environment won't let you. You're gonna get yourself killed or get somebody else killed if you try and control a situation that you are not meant to control.
Ginger, check. Gingerbread man, do you copy? This is Caveman. Caveman, copy. Hear you loud and clear. Strawberry Lunch, do you copy? That's fucking wave. Over South Moon go. Ride it all the way.
Because we slow rolled the morning, we went out and there was already a ton of people out, and we slow and steady just turtled our way out there. And usually Aloe and I will settle who goes first with the rock, paper, scissors. And on that day, I just told Aloe, get in the water. Like, I want to put you on one. Let's see what we got right now.
Okay, love you guys. Love you.
So one of my first waves got pulled in. There's a line I love to take and kind of fade into the bottom and pull up into the barrel. And by the way the wave was drawing off the reef, I felt like I was going to have that opportunity to get barreled. And I got down to the bottom. I couldn't really look down the line to see what was going on because I was so focused on what was in front of me. And I pushed hard on my heel side rail, and my fin spun out on one of those ribs, cavitated it, did a 180, and lost all speed, caught a rail. Slapped my face on the water, went up and over the falls, and got slammed so hard that it made me laugh. It's like, wow, it was comically violent. And the idea that, you know, I had just fallen on one of my first waves of the day in the worst place possible on one of the heaviest waves I've ever been on was comedic. And we want to talk about spectral density and power into your sinuses. Drained my nose out. We talked about the gear we layer up and wear. So our first layer is an inflation vest. So CO2 canisters connected to a bladder, kind of like what you see on an airplane under your seat sometimes. If you're down in the depths of the turbulence and you're in a jam, you can pull this vest, it inflates, and it makes you positively buoyant, so you start going the right direction. There was another wave that was drawing off the reef quite aggressively, and I knew if I can make it off the bottom and get back onto my toes, I'm going to get very barreled here. And I was able to look down the line and see what my runway looked like. It was a freight training left coming back at me. This wave just got mutilated by the reef, and I had two options. One, I can straighten out. This wave is going to land on my neck and probably break my ankles and the straps. Or two, I can try and jump, and I'll either get sucked over the falls and pounded, or I'll be able to make it out the back. But at least I won't get into this head-on collision. So I jumped, I punched through, and I could feel the wave didn't fully have a grip on me. It didn't fully grab me and slam me back down. And I could feel it just spinning me a couple feet below the surface. So I knew I was not in the deep turbulence, but I was in the top of the foam. And if I could just fight my way to the top, to the surface, I would be able to get one breath before the next wave. And I remember fighting, I could feel it. I was like 1 or 2 feet below the surface. My hands were almost breaking the top of the water. And I scratched, I got my way to the top, and I got a few breaths before this next wave landed on me. And that thing rocked me. I just bad read, miscalculated how early I needed to duck below the surface, and it cranked my neck pretty good. Got slammed, the same thing. In the moment, you're feeling fine, just deal with the beating. So that was a violent beatdown. I came up, took another one on the head, and shortly after that, the guys came in and grabbed me, and we reset and went back out. You have a question about what does this wave look like from the inside out. Go and get the answer. The time is now. It lasted about 1 or 2 Mississippis, and I got slammed down to the bottom. Violently beat, same thing, pulled the vest in hopes that I would come up before the next wave, which I did. And I came up, and Peter Mell was bottom turning on a wave behind me. So I took a breath. Aloe actually came in to get me. He made a valiant effort, and I waved him off. We've had a couple close calls, and I didn't want there to be any risk of losing the jet ski. So I waved him off, and he hammered out of there so he doesn't get caught by the wave on the ski. And when he did that, the wake off the ski went straight into my eyes, nose, and mouth. So I choked on the water as I was going under and then got demolished by the next wave. And that just goes back to, what do you do in that moment when you think you were going to get a breath and you don't, right? Being able to manage the expectation and know how you're going to react to those things that are out of your control. I got to tow one of my best friends into the biggest wave of his life, the best wave of his life, and actually awarded the biggest wave of the year. I think we were there on December 23rd to ride that wave. And whether it was going to be Aloe or me, and I'm really grateful in hindsight that it was him, because he took such an awesome line. He rode that wave perfectly. So was the peak of the swell. That one wave was the top of the spectral density chart that we were speaking of. And when that wave came, I turned around and I looked at him and I said, yup, that's it. He knows, I know, let's go. So I remember going so fast trying to keep up with Aloe, and man, he was screaming on this wave. It was going so fast.
It's gonna keep you this way.
Yeah, that's good. Good God. Whoa!
That was the moment. That was the moment that we've trained for our entire lives. Again, you think about a wave this monumental of this magnitude. He kicked out of it. I wrapped him up with the rope. We knew it was big. We went straight back out to get the next one because that's the tempo of the day. It was nonstop all day long. It's like you are here on the most monumental day of your life, and I have this small part of me that's going, for what? What's this all for? And how can we make this actually mean something more than we rode big waves and have fun? This day, December 23rd, only solidified the calling that we need to use our sport, our platform, and these waves for something bigger, for something greater. Shortly after December 23rd was the inception of Bigger Than Waves, which is our new platform, where we are using big wave surfing to raise money for veteran healing. So, Bigger Than Waves, this is the official launch of the platform, our YouTube, and this movement of people like you and me. And we are going to move the needle for those that deserve it. Thank you for riding with us, and thank you for giving a damn. December 23rd was a special day for that kid that always dreamed of surfing Mavericks. These moments that we got to surf, I hope they haunt and inspire and light a fire into the next generation of Maverick surfers.
my god! Oh shit! Hunter! Yeah, Mike! Oh! Fuck! Yeah! Oh! Oh! Fucking hit the board.
Unbelievable. Best day ever. I was telling Evan, you know, Evan's never, this is Evan's first time shooting waves in the ocean. So that's what was funny is we came in at one point, like
We're the only tow team out there.
he came in to grab me after this wave. He came in, grabbed me, and we saw a wave break. And I think it was like a whatever in betweener. Holy shit, 'cause we barely saw waves all day. We were out sitting 100,000 miles out to sea in this wave in the evening. You guys, you're like, you know how big that wave was?
Yeah.
No. Tow photos for days up in the 90s, maybe 2000s. And there's some crazy, there's this one photo in particular of Flea on this double up foamy monster, and it like haunted my childhood. So it's funny to think that there's probably some waves and photos that we got today that will haunt some kids 20 years from now. And so it's just funny to think about and have that full circle moment.
I was scared shitless, and then I started having fun.
Well, it's nice work, fellas.
Yeah, good work today, guys.
Thank you very much. You guys got a sick one today.
Great.
And we were just out there for a little bit. I wonder what happened to it.
Amazing.
Barely.
You guys are nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. Good.
So fun. How you feeling? You okay?
Best day ever. Yeah, bro.
See you guys.
See ya.
Thanks for having us again.
Anytime, bro.
In Portugal.
We'll see you there.